Hi guys, and welcome to the Pearl Jam album retrospective video. Yes, I am sick while recording the commentary for this video. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I would like to say that I have been extremely busy with work lately with the Christmas season upon us. I still enjoy making the videos, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been really busy with family life, seeing friends, and seeing one person in particular. I'm not going to name them though, because I'm not going to get into my personal life. She knows who she is, and yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go on here. Uh, uh, yeah. Things are going well with the job. I might get hired on for regular season, or at least be able to stay until May or June of this or next year, which is 2011. Uh, I was gonna do the character impressions 2 video, but my voice is not in the best shape right now. I'm all stopped up. Probably don't feel the best either, but that's life for you. You gotta take what's dealt to you and run with it. Anyways, Pearl Jam formed in 1990 in California. Strangely enough, the instrumental part of the group was actually formed before Eddie Caven came along. Um, Eddie was actually he's a surfer and was out in California, and Stone, or I think it was Stone, that contacted him and said, "Hey, we have some tracks we want you to lay down some vocals for." And Eddie wrote, I think it was Alive, Even Flow, and a few other songs that ended up on 10, that would later end up on 10, and lay down the vocals for the tracks. So you could hear those demos on bootlegs, which they come in very nice quality, sound quality. I haven't seen any of the artwork for the bootlegs. A lot of bootlegs of a lot of bands. Anyways, so 10 was recorded in I think it was late 1990 or early 91. And let's see, some of the good tracks on the album are Once, Even Flow, Alive, Why Go, Black Jeremy, Porch Garden, Deep, and Release. So, pretty much the entire album is a gem. You can get this in original CD, tape, and vinyl format. There are vinyl and CD remasters out there. I have the CD remaster. It comes with a remix and remastered version of the album, as well as songs and some demos that were not released on the official original album. Uh, and then you have the second CD, which is just the original album remastered, no remixing or trickery done. I prefer both, really. I can listen to all three: the original, the remastered, mixed and remastered, or just the plain remaster. Doesn't matter to me. Strangely enough, interesting fact: the original album was not mastered for a CD, so that's why we got the slightly not tiny sound, but it was kind of thin, and I think the one thing that really suffered in the original CD mix was the drums. They were too far back in the mix, and they sounded kind of weak. That's all brought up in the remixed and remastered version of 10. So get it if you can. Pearl Jam's verses. This had State of Love and Trust. You had Animal on here. Um, Another good hard rocking album for Pearl Jam. Interesting cover. That will stand out in my head for quite some time. This album has not been reissued yet on vinyl or CD. I imagine it will be in the future when there's an anniversary for the album coming up. Maybe the 10th or not 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary or something. Who knows? Um, Overall, very good album. I've heard nearly every single song off the album, and I cannot recommend it enough to any Pearl Jam fan, new or old. And if it seems like I'm kind of tired of this video, yeah, I am. I am. Quit smoking. That has helped out immensely. But before I babble on, yeah, this album was released in 1993, um, and Pearl Jam toured on the album, and that helped their success. Vitalogy, you have Better Man on here. You have I don't know all the tracks on here. Interesting cover. It looks, I don't know. To me, I look at that and it looks kind of like a guest book you'd see on an old steamboat or something. I don't, or a wedding book. I don't know, guest book. Uh, this album, it's still got the rockin' tunes on it, but you have, to the best of my recollection, there are some acoustic numbers on here. By this time, Pearl Jam's career was really taking off with their success, and Eddie really had begun to come out of his shell the previous year, and this album was released in 1994. Uh, if you actually watch early Pearl Jam interviews, Eddie's actually pretty shy, and that really shows. Anyways, Pearl Jam's No Code, released in 1997. Uh, this one's a little different. There's the title track. You have. I'm not prepared for this video. This is haphazardly, almost haphazardly thrown together. Um, Interesting cover. I'll put the songs in annotations. It's I think there's I Am Mine on here, I believe. At this time, I think Pearl Jam was kind of, I don't know, they were turning into a slightly light rock band. They weren't the strong lyrics and uh, lyrics that make you think were still there, but they started to change their sound, which worked for them. Every single time they've changed their sound, it's worked for them amazingly, and that's, I think, the fact that their music is timeless is what has helped them uh, get through what their peers in the industry did not, uh, as well as the fact they didn't abuse drugs and all that. Most of them. Yield. This album was released in I think it was 2000, and another great album from Pearl Jam. Interesting cover. I like that whole road look. Most that know me know that I love to travel on the road. Uh, just can't get enough of the scenery and blah 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 blah. By this time, Pearl Jam, they were huge as far as popularity goes and record sales and music videos. There's a piece of memorabilia there. I think it's actually an actual sign that you can buy. There's a poster. There's a few more things out there, memorabilia from this album that you can pick up. I'm not really into all that great stuff, but Pearl Jam's Binaural. This was released in 2002 or 3, and this album was actually recorded a special way. I forget how it was recorded, so I'll put that in the description or annotations. The sound that came out of it was brilliant. Yeah, the song "Party Ways" on here. I think "Sleight of Hand" is on here as well. Um, if any album does not need to be remastered or remixed in the Pearl Jam catalog, this is one of them. This album, it's heavy, it's hard, but at the same time, it's it's got like soft undertones to it. I don't know how to say it, but definitely worth picking up if you're a Pearl Jam fan. I'd only recommend this to the seasoned fans because a lot of people know the band is this wild and crazy, off the wall group of guys, and if they want to hear that great stuff, then they need to go back and listen to the early stuff, then work their way up. Pearl Jam's Lost Dogs, released in 2003 on CD and vinyl record. Two CD the album has this is a rarities and outtakes, or rarities and B-sides that were either not released on albums or just put out on like special singles and stuff. This is really a great package to get if you're really good or really deep into the band. And I say that and not meaning any without meaning any sexual innuendo. Anyways, these songs are really rich, and some of them really should have ended up on some of the albums that these songs were recorded in the sessions for. There were some songs that were left out though. A few good songs that were left off that I was a little disappointed with, but overall great package. Pearl Jam started releasing their official bootleg series in I think it was like mid '90s or something, and they've been doing it ever since. What it is just like a raw. Sorry for that foul up there, guys. It's actually just a raw recording of the band. It's soundboard and everything. It sounds good, but it's kind of. I listen to those and listen to the actual live releases, like Live on Two Legs and stuff, and think, they could have done better with the sound. It's a little hit and go, touch and go for me. 2005, Pearl Jam released their self-titled album. This was a step in a direction. They went anti-political and a little bit more less abrasive sound, but it worked for them. It was not my favorite Pearl Jam album, but I'd give it 4 stars. And here we have PJ live at the Gorge. I did have this box set for a while. It was like 7 CDs of the band playing live. I think it was 3 or 4 shows, full shows or something like that. This did not come with a DVD, which is very, very disappointing because that really would have rounded out the package, in my opinion. Instead, you get some good live performances on here, but too many repeats of the same song on each disc. That's my only gripe about this. The sound quality is great, the performance quality is top notch, but just could have been done better. There's a cover, a Tom Petty cover in there too. Just some live posters here. Sorry guys if this video was boring. I don't mean to sound boring. I'm extremely tired from work, but anyways, Pearl Jam's Backspacer released in recently released. If you're watching this video right after I made it, basically, this CD, well, it's probably one of the best Pearl Jam records I've heard in a long time. Cover's interesting. I've never seen anything like that. It looks kind of very artsy, and it makes a statement. Let's see. I don't remember the track listing for this one, simply because I haven't listened to it in quite some time. I bought it 3 or 4 months ago. Overall, great record. It's a lot of meaning behind the lyrics once again with Eddie, and that's what the band has been all about. Is pushing boundaries and sorry about that, and just taking you off to a far place in your head, making you think, and putting that imagery into your head, and that is a sign of a very talented writer, I must say. Well, that's just about all for this video, guys. Oh no, Eddie Vedder's Into the Wild soundtrack, which Eddie worked on solo, I believe. He played mandolin, guitar, I think even harmonica on this one. Very good soundtrack to get. Great movie. Very interesting story, I must say, and backed up by a badass soundtrack. There's also bagpipes in it too. So now that really is almost all for this video, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please keep in mind I do have a job, so that's going to eat up a lot of my time. I'm not going to be able to get back to people as quickly as I used to, but I will get back to you eventually. Things to come are character impression videos, more of these types of videos, video game reviews, let's play videos. I will eventually get around to doing the cooking video, so yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Stopping by if you're a guest.